What's up, creepers? I'm Kevin. This is Haunted by Horror, and today I'm talking about the 2015 film Howl. In this film, we follow Joe, who's working as a train guard. After finishing his shift, he goes to the locker room and finds a letter explaining that he's been passed over for a promotion. The train guard who did get the promotion is a dick, who doesn't like Joe, and so he forces him to work an extra shift on an overnight passenger train. The train departs from London at midnight, and the only positive about the assignment is that Joe will get some time to spend with the girl he has a crush on, Ellen, who's also working on this train as a tea trolley server. As the train speeds through the landscape, it collides with something in the midst of a forested area and comes to a screeching halt. The driver gets down to investigate and check out the situation. It isn't long before the others aboard realize that he's missing, and before long, they find out why, as bloodthirsty werewolves descend upon the train and toy with the passengers in a cat-and-mouse game of survival. This film is by no means groundbreaking. The story is fairly weak, and there are definitely some plot holes, but it moves along at a decent pace, and you don't really have time to dwell on them. It doesn't attempt to reinvent the wheel. It's a pretty straightforward plot about werewolves laying siege to a train filled with unarmed passengers. It's far from a perfect film, but it accomplishes what it sets out to do and has some interesting moments. None of the characters get very much in the way of backstory, and I don't find myself particularly liking any of them. However, the performances from the actors are pretty decent, with some particular standouts being Elliot Cohen as an asshole banker who only cares about himself and is determined to survive even if it means sacrificing other people's lives, and Amit Shah as a nerdy accountant who, at one point, has just fucking had enough and goes apeshit on this werewolf. The special effects in the film are a mixture of practical and CGI, and while I personally prefer practical effects, the end result is decent enough. The werewolves in the film are pretty unique and definitely more humanoid than you typically see in werewolf movies. The dark, foggy forest is certainly a fitting setting for the film, though at some points I find that it's a bit too dark, making it difficult to tell what exactly is going on. But during certain scenes of the werewolf attacks, there are actually strobing lights, the effect of which are amplified when viewing the film in low lighting, which is almost a necessity given how dark the film is at times. So I would definitely be wary if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, and maybe skip this one. Overall, most of the issues that I have with this film come down to the writing. It ends up being a competent middle-of-the-road werewolf film. It's not bad, it just doesn't have anything particularly unique about it. Everything here is something we've seen before. I expected Joe, the train guard, played by Ed Spielers, to experience some more substantial character growth throughout the course of the film, and it just never happened. Also, I can't help but feel that the story of the origin of the werewolves in the film may have provided a much more interesting story than what we actually got in the film, and the ending seems abrupt and unsatisfying. If you like creature features, you can definitely find some enjoyment here, but I don't think this film is making anyone's top 10 list. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, can you please hit the like button? You can also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be updated whenever I upload a new video. And until next time, keep on creeping on.